Hi everybody, EJ here. CJ is behind the camera, and we're going to continue on the next step of building her beautiful Kenny Wayne Shepherd guitar. So, what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to explain this to you because I've already done it actually. But on the nut, you need to take a small tool. You can buy actual little nut files, or you can take a old guitar string and wrap sandpaper around it, and you can run it through like that. And what it'll do is it'll take the notch down further, because a lot of times the high E or the B string, or any of the strings even, can accidentally pop off if these little notches aren't deep enough. And when you've got an inexpensive guitar, that's kind of what you're up against. So anyways, you just take it. I'm not really going to do this very much. Like I said, I already did it. But you just take the blade of a serrated butter knife like this, and all you're going to do is just going to go downward this way and go from the back and go like that, and you're barely taking off any material, just like that. Doesn't take very much. Don't have to push down too hard, just like that. And you go through each one down to where you're comfortable, and then you go ahead and string the guitar up, and you test and check and see. And if it's not deep enough on one of these slots, you can loosen the string, pull it off to the side, and just go down a little deeper. But like I said, I already did that. So now I'll take our number 2 pencil, mechanical pencil, always works best for me. That much, and we're gonna get inside there, and we're gonna just put some graphite in there. Now you can buy lubricants.
How's the graphite help?
It helps the strings flow smoothly through these slots
Okay.
whenever you're tuning or restringing. You can get special lubricants that they sell through StewMac or Guitar Center or something like that. Or some people even use a little bit of Vaseline. I really don't want to use any chemicals. Not on a guitar and the wood and everything, even though I know they won't hurt it. But anyways, this is just the way that I've done it. If it ain't busted, don't fix it. And that's it. That's how much I did. And you're done. That's it. Now, we are going to take the low E and the high E strings and put them on.
Which is color coded
Yeah, and
with
the
this
reason, well,
D'Addario
that's right. Here they are. These are what we're using.
NYXL
That's
strings.
right. And
They're
these are
real good strings.
These strings are actually coated for long life, and so that's why I enjoy using those. And these are 9 to 46. Now, the wonderful thing about it is, as she said, they're color coded. Is that right in here? It tells you, here's your 6th string. It's going to be the big one right here. And here's your 1st string, which is this one. This is your low E. This is your high E.
And that's brass.
You have brass and you have silver. And so what we're going to do, go ahead and flip it over. And we're going to fight with the high E first, because I'm going to tell you right now, with this style of tuning machine, sometimes the high E is a little bit of a sucker to get in there. Over here. Pull through.
String it through.
Do this. In fact, I have a wonderful idea. I'm going to help keep this. Just a second.
So what he's gonna do, he's gonna move the string to
Here we go.
where the tuning keys are for low E.
Yep.
And he's gonna cut it, but it'll be just an inch or two.
I'll show you in a second.
Okay,
What I'm going to do,
longer.
I just now thought of this. It's a thought of evil genius. Leave a little bit of slack here. Take the capo and use it
To cut?
Hold the string. Come here. To hold the string down in the nut.
Ah,
That is, I just realized that, and that actually is one of the biggest problems, is trying to keep everything lined up whenever I'm doing this. Now, I already installed the string tree because I wanted to make sure I had a good measurement, and we got it past where you can still see CJ's initials and all that. Anyways, we'll do this. Now, normally, let's say we're going into this one. We would go measure from here to here, and then we would cut, then put it down in a little hole and wind it, and you only come out with 2 or 3 winds, and that's ideal for what you want. Don't really have a measurement here, so we're just going to go back about that far, right there. Our little clippers. Set there, and we should be good. Come on, clippers, work. Alright.
is that the clippers you usually use?
No, it's not. So, give me just a second. Where did we go? Right here. I have no idea what kind of scissors these are called. I just know I use them for almost everything, including cutting sandpaper whenever I have to work on the bodies. And they work really great. There we go. Throw that in there. Now,
The tricky part.
the tricky part. There we go. Now we take this. Down in there. The tricky part has always been bend it over, wrap once, and then twice, and then trying to keep it to hang on. And see, it likes to jump out. That's what the high E and the B do. Excuse me.
But there's a little hole you put through first before you wind it.
Yeah, we gotta remember which way this goes. Let's see, let's go. Yeah. So we'll go back around. Trying to get this sucker to hang on. Over here. Pull a little tension on the string, not much. Okay, that's all saddle. Always make sure it makes it on the saddle. Comes up, gets in a slot. You're underneath your string tree. That's good. Now you hear that? There's no sound.
Yeah.
That is the strings. That's a string basically laying on top of the frets. And that's where we have another thing we're going to do after we get the low E on. We're going to take the Allen wrench and we're going to put out here. And what we have to do is to, the neck right now is going like this. And I didn't realize that during this build. It's supposed to kind of go like this. Not too extreme, but just enough. So we get the low E on, and then we'll be able to figure out the how far we have to go with making it like this.
So you don't do the string too tight yet.
No, you want just enough. Through here. Through. Give it a little snap, give it a little pull.
The little ball is on the other side.
That's right. Now, go like this to up here, right to there.
To the A string.
I'm not going to use that capo. That didn't work out the way I thought. Well, I don't know where my little neck stand is, where it should be like this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it went, but I'll locate it soon.
Yeah.
Right now, this, and there we go. Take this, bend it down, wrap it around. Always wrap it around. And always wrap it around and then bring this one, this piece right here.
At least twice, right?
Well, I bring it down. On this bigger one, it's simple.
Okay.
That over. That's far enough for that.
Okay.
Now you hear that?
Fret buzz.
That means, yeah, it's touching the frets. So we're done stringing for the moment. There. Now we're going to do this.
So that's how you straighten the neck?
That's how you adjust your neck.
Yeah.
You have a truss rod that is put in underneath. There's a slot they cut out. And then there's a truss rod you drop down in here. And it's got just, it's not straight. It's got a little bow in it, but it helps to adjust the neck. So.
Interesting.
There is another thing we can do, because I just noticed this. These little wormholes, the little worm screws, are not all even. So I can raise these saddles and they will come up, because where we are hitting with the string, if you look, it's probably hard to see on camera, but we have a whole lot of relief, another space.
Yeah.
In between here and the frets, the strings. But down here is where it's at. This is where we're hitting right there. So, anyways, raising the saddles isn't hard. You actually get a little Allen wrench just for those little worm screws, and all you do is just turn them like one rotation, and then half a rotation, quarter rotation. You just adjust the height on it in increments, and it doesn't take very much. And always measure from the 17th thread, and if I remember correctly, you're only going to go, I think, 4/64 of an inch from the bottom of the string to the top of the fret itself. And then you should have enough, which is, it's only that much. But still, that should be enough. We're going to try this a little bit more. And no, if it gets tight, you stop. But I don't think you're going to break your neck. Well, this is going to take a little longer than I thought. So anyways, the point is, this is how you work on your guitar.
This neck happened to be a little...
Yeah, it's something I didn't see or realize until after we started getting it.
crooked, like a bow.
Well, it's going to take me a little bit to figure this out, so I think we're going to stop with the video now, but just want to let y'all see that this is part of the process, and the next time you see this guitar, it is actually going to be all strung up, and the neck's going to be straight, and then we're going to talk about the setting the action and the intonation. And if you notice, I only put one string tree on here. You're going to have your high E and your B string, both on here. We're not going to put the second one on, which will come back about here. At least not yet. Not until we start figuring out the intonation. Because that's what this helps with. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer and closer. And I really appreciate everybody. I really appreciate everybody watching. And I hope it's been helpful to you. And
So you're going to raise the bridge next?
Well, I will raise...
Look at it?
After I get the neck fixed, then I'll figure out if I have to raise the bridge.
Okay.
But the next video we'll set the intonation, which will mean putting a screwdriver back here and pulling these saddles back or forward or whatever. And then, yeah, we'll get all this taken care of. Like I said, I hope it's been informational and helpful for everybody, and I'm glad you enjoyed watching. We really appreciate the views and everybody who follows us. Please, if you're enjoying this and you haven't done it yet, like and subscribe, and please leave comments. We appreciate comments. We want to know, what are your thoughts? How do you feel?
Or questions.
Or questions, yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and please be safe. God bless.
Bye. I'm going to do my song tonight.